Okay guys, well I'm going to show you my engine, what I got going on here. Took the crankcase off I should say, off, not over. Put the crankcase cover off, crankcase cover I mean, you get what I'm saying. Here's the crankcase, I got all covered up because I don't want dust and crap to get inside, you know. I don't think anybody wants that inside their engine, so I'm not one of a kind. So, let's see here. Got the crankcase. It's really clean inside, I'll tell you guys that. This is a Wisconsin Robin, around 10 horse. And it's very interesting how it is designed in the crankcase. Okay, I'll tell you, this part right here is the governor. Right here, this is the governor. Okay, it's the governor arm. And then it pushes against these pins here, causing it to idle down. Causing the engine to idle down. So it's look like that. See, pushes that in, pushes the pins in. Very simple. And this is where it's a lot of engines all like that, governor wise. Now, next thing is cooling system. This is an air-cooled engine, but it has a oil, I don't know how you call it, flinger. It flings oil up in the engine to cool it down, kind of circulates the engine better than just regular, with the crankshaft moving. So, this is a gear, and then it's like a weight across. So oil goes down in there, and then it flings it all upways, straight up, well, all around. It kind of just flings all around in the crankcase, in the engine. Very interesting. I never really saw like an engine like this. This is really a lot of Robin. It's kind of like Robin's technology. It's really high tech they got going on here. You know, I really don't know why people don't have that much credit for their small engine technology. But yeah, it goes on one of these gear. It goes. I think it goes on this gear right here. Connects to this gear. You can see it goes against that gear. Then when the whole thing's moving, it flings oil up and kind of circulates it around to keep the oil circulating. You know, this is an older engine, and this is the way they had it back then. Now, Robin is still in business, but they changed their name to Industrial Power. Industrial Power, I believe that's what they have it. Industrial Power Supply, I think that's what they changed their name to. So, and then they teamed up with a company called Subaru. Pretty common for Subaru cars. Well, it's the Subaru small engine. So it's called Subaru Industrial Power Product. I think that's the official name for it. They changed it, I think, in 2006 when they changed the name, Robin, to Industrial Power Equipment. Pretty positive that's what they changed their name to. But in those engines, they had a cooling system by a chain driven. It's an overhead valve. It's I can't remember what it was. OHC, that's what it was. OHC for overhead cam. O for over, head for H for head, and then cam, C for cam. So, no, wait a second. Yeah, cam. Instead of valves, because on other ones would be V for valve. So yeah, it's by chain. It's pretty much just like a motorcycle engine. Motorcycle engines have a chain-driven system. So pretty much a chain there would be a gear like right here, a sprocket, not gear, sprocket I should say, the right name for it. There would be like a sprocket on the shaft, and then there would be a chain going to the valves, okay? There'll be another sprocket to the valves, and then that's pretty much your timing. The chain is a timing chain. Pretty obvious in cars, there's timing belts in cars, car engines. It's pretty much like that instead of having rods, like this one is a rod. There's you can't see it because that is in the way. When you take this off, there's, well, yeah, you still kind of, I don't know if you can see in there, but yeah, there's like rods, okay, there's like little rods, going to, see, yeah, to this, there's rods about right here, and then I go up in here. And you can see there's a rod right there. That's for the intake, and then the and the exhaust. You can't even see really. Can't even see, but there's another one in there. But that's for intake and outtake. So that's your valves. So your valves are pointing like this, like a mushroom. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you guys just have to figure it out. It's not upside down. Overhead valves are upside down valves. These are upside, or it's like a, let's see how to describe it. It's like an umbrella, okay? Umbrella, there's, you know, the top of it, and then there's a pole. Okay, this is more like an umbrella, and then the overhead valves are a upside down umbrella. It comes up. It's like the totally opposite. It's hard to describe, but you know, you can look up other videos to see what I'm actually talking about. If I didn't describe it good enough for you. But yeah, so on the newer engines is their overhead valves, and then this is chain. Subaru Industrial Power. Get this right. Subaru Industrial Power, their engines by a chain driven, not by a rods. So yeah, just get that. I just wanted to get that all straight, scribe it out for you guys, and to tell you a little bit of you know, the Robin and Industrial Power and Subaru, kind of the history of it, of the engines, I guess you can say. But yeah. So back to this engine. So this engine, some dummy in the heck, the person I got from, I'm gonna blame it on them, because when I bought it at a tractor show, and it was for sale. The guy had a big giant trailer full of just random things. It had like engines and lawnmowers, generators, just random stuff, and just pile, you know, some, what's it, I can't say the hillbilly because it really wasn't hillbilly. But whoever put it in there, just threw it in there, didn't even care about this engine, you know, really didn't know about, you know, how awesome this engine's really is and how much it's worth. Big exclamation mark right there, what it's worth, because this engine is a not cheap engine. This is an industrial engine. This is not some cheap ass Honda or something like that, okay? Or Honda clones or whatever, you know. Nowadays engines are just cheap ass ones, I'm trying to say. This is a when it came out, it was pretty expensive. I don't know how much it was. It was on industrial, like, equipment, industrial generators, pumps. I think it came off of a pump. I don't know. Or no, I can't say it came off of a pump because it had that pulley on it. Because it had that pulley. Pumps don't have this belt pulley. Because this is the pulley I pulled off of it. And on one of the other videos I showed you a little bit of the pulley. But back to this engine. So it is a very well designed engine. Very well designed. It has the electric start. Has the generator for electric start. It has all the bells and whistles except for fuel injection. It's carved. And that's another thing. I brought up the fuel injection. on some of the new Subaru industrial power product engines, they are from fuel injection. Some of them are. The ones who are on power washers, I know, are fuel injection. On the, let's see here. What was that brand? Rigid power washers. Some of their power washers have the Robin Subaru or fuel injection, and I think some of the generators and other engines, are too. And I'm sure you can buy the engine separate with fuel injection, but yeah. So back to this. This brand, Robin slash the new brand, I just keep calling it Robin because it's easier to say, and industrial power product. Pretty sure it's industrial power product. I might be wrong. Don't question me about that. I might be wrong. Might be called a little bit different saying. But okay, they're originally always really made industrial engines. And you can see this one actually, for example, I am going to, where's the head on it? Where's the cover? I mean, not head. They're originally always made in Fuji heavy I can't talk today. Fuji heavy energies. You get what I'm saying. I'll say on here. This is an easy rental. Easy rental. It used to be, like I said, a lot of miles, so they use industrial. They obviously use industrial engines for the rental. As Wisconsin Robin, like I said, this is an older engine, so it's gonna have Robin on it. Here's some of the numbers here, and then let's see here. See, engine air. I think it's called. It's air cooled engine. I don't know. It's kind of scratched off, so I don't know. It says cooled engine. So there's the numbers, model, all that. Let's see here. See, it says right there. You can read that. Heavy Industries power product. Let me see. Okay. MFGD by Fuji Heavy Industries, and there you go, Tokyo, Japan. Now, funny thing is, Robin. Oh no, let's see. Let's start with Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a American brand. Robin is a American brand. Both the brands are American, and they're making in Fuji Heavy Industries, Tokyo, Japan. Japan, okay? They make good stuff. So, of course, this is, industrial stuff. They want a good place to make it. And Tokyo, Japan is definitely, and Fuji, if you don't know Fuji Heavy Industries, that's always been a good company. So, just from right there tells you how much this is an industrial, how much good made this engine is, just from that. If you look up that stuff, Fuji Heavy Industries and the whole thing, you would understand what I'm talking about. This certain engine is definitely one of their higher end industrial engines. I didn't finish what I was saying. I kind of rambled off to that. Didn't get to finish what I was saying before about the guy throwing this engine into the trailer. Okay, so the guy didn't realize what the engine was, I guess, and threw this engine into the trailer, and I'm guessing, okay, I don't know if he actually threw it, but I'm guessing that's what happened, because when I found it on the trailer, it looked like it was thrown in there. So, yeah, you can see, I don't even know, it's a tiny little crack. I think that's it, I'm not sure, it's kind of dirty, it's tiny. You can see inside of the crankcase. Let me get my light here. Sorry guys. Okay, turn my light on. Why is my light not turning on? Just had to give it a couple smacks. Okay, you can see right there. See that little hairline? That's the crack. So I have to fill that in with some JB Weld. So yeah, just because of some lazy ass dude just threw the engine in and didn't even know what he was actually throwing. So now I have to fix the problem because I didn't know it had that crack in. I don't think the guy even did either. But so, you know, it's aluminum, so you know it's all aluminum, so it's actually, you can see it's pretty thick aluminum too. I mean, it's not like one of those, you know, Honda and Briggs and Tecumseh type engines where they have it, newer engines, I should say, newer engines, where they have thinner walls on their aluminum, thinner aluminum walls. There you go. So this is pretty thick aluminum. I mean, you can see, I mean, there's some pretty thick aluminum pieces on here. I mean, this is not something your average just, you know, crack. You know, it would have to been thrown or fell off a cliff to actually get a crack in it. I don't even know how it even got a crack with this type of engine. Don't even ask. But it did, so I have to fix it. So that's a little bit of history, though. That's kind of an update on the engine. So I'm gonna clean it up, clean up some of the oil and stuff around there, and put some JB Weld, and hopefully it holds and not leaks. Because, you know, it was leaking all over my floor, and that's how I found out there was a crack, because it kept leaking oil. I kept thinking it was like the oil plug. It's usually on engines when they start leaking, it's always from the oil plug. And then I found out it was a crack when I looked a little bit closer on the engine, on the outside of the engine. I actually didn't pull it off yet. On the outside, you can see if you clean it up a little bit. I think that one little hair crack is it. You can see right there. Pretty sure that's the crack, because that actually looks like the crack from the inside version. That have to be, I don't know. But yeah, you get the point. So I think that's it. So yeah, that's the update. Hope you enjoyed, and subscribe and like and thumbs up.